Hi guys, I'm Jennifer and welcome to my channel, Mint Green Gypsy. Today I'm going to be taking some thrifted frames, some vintage prints that I found at estate sales, and some decoupage paper, and I'm going to be putting these items together and making some wall art for my shop at my new location in Grapevine, Texas. So I hope you enjoy these projects, and please let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. I found these prints of Washington and Lincoln at an estate sale. I had these vintage round frames that I knew would look great with the prints. And because my frames are round, I wanted the prints to also be round. So I used a glass bowl as a template and I cut out a section of the print in a circular shape. I am using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Coal Black to paint the frames. Fusion Mineral Paint sticks to almost anything and is also an all-in-one paint, so there is no need to use a primer or a top coat on this project. For complete coverage, I did use 2 coats of the black paint. I must have lost the clip of myself cutting out the background that I put the print on, but I used the frame backer for the template and the paper is from a pack of cardstock. I centered the print on the cardstock and used masking tape to hold the print in place while I glued the pieces together with a permanent glue stick. Afterwards, the masking tape was easy to remove. Here I'm showing you one of the wood frames has a crack in it. So I did a quick repair using a glue syringe and tight bond wood glue. Afterwards, I use a baby wipe to wipe back any excess glue and clamp the frame overnight while the glue dried. I'm using my point driver to hold all the pieces in tightly to the frame. This tool comes in really handy for frame makeovers. The finished frames are coming up. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is a pretty simple frame makeover. I'm using Coal Black by Fusion Mineral Paint again to paint this frame. So this frame has another wood frame piece attached to the mat, and I am also painting this with Coal Black by Fusion. I'm painting the mat with Chesler by Fusion, which is a deep blue-green color. The print that I'm putting in this frame is dark and moody, so I'm painting the frame to match the dark and moody aesthetic. This is the Portrait of a Girl vintage print that I'm putting in the frame. I'm taping it with masking tape to the frame back to hold it in place. I'm putting this clip in here of me cleaning the glass because I wanted to let you know I never clean glass with chemicals or like Windex because in my experience it causes smudges. I use water and 2 different Norwex rags, one for cleaning and one for shining. I don't sell Norwex, but I do get good results with these rags. And the completed frame is coming up. Let me know what you think in the comments. This vintage frame has good bones, but the red velvet is worn and the plaster is chipping off. But that's okay because it gives character, right? So I am using Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Casement, which is Fusion's whitest white, and I am painting the entire frame. I wasn't surprised when the velvet gave me some bleed through, so I painted over the velvet with Kills primer 2 times and let it dry overnight. I always make sure not to put more than 3 coats on a project at a time. And now that the bleed through is encased, I put on a second coat of casement. I thought the frame was really pretty just like this in white, but it didn't match my artwork. So I got out my Debi's DIY dark wax and gave the frame a good coat. Fusion Mineral Paint contains a sealer, so I did not use clear wax first. I just went all in with the dark wax, pushing it into the crevices with my brush. Next, I took a rag and wiped back the excess dark wax, revealing the aged white paint. I wanted more of the dark wax to wipe back, so I ended up going over the frame with clear wax, which removes the dark wax. I just kept wiping the dark wax back until I was happy with the way the frame looked. For the next step of this project, I am applying decoupage paper to a poster board. I made sure to get a textured poster board because applying decoupage paper to a slick surface, like some other poster board, causes bubbles. I always miss my paper because it stretches the fibers, and as it dries, it shrinks back down, eliminating wrinkles. I saw Ginger Chick Rehab use this paper with a black sheep, and I absolutely loved it. So with a quick Google search, I found it on Zazzle. Now, I will tell you, my least favorite way of applying decoupage paper is by using a starter strip. But it is what I'm doing here because it is the only way I know how to apply a large piece of decoupage paper. I always get bubbles between the strips as I did in this project, but luckily it is not that noticeable. I am using Debi's DIY Liquid Patina as my decoupage medium, and I am smoothing out the bubbles and wrinkles the best I can as I go. You can see the bubbles here, and I decided to try to iron them out by laying a piece of parchment paper over the decoupage paper and using my heat press, but it didn't work, so I just moved on. The decoupage paper was a tiny bit smaller than the frame, so I painted a jagged line across the top using Fusion's Algonquin and blending it in with the paper. There is one more frame makeover in this video, but if you are enjoying this content, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment. I want to thank all of my subscribers because I finally made it to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. So thank you. So of course I let that paint dry and then assembled the frame back together and tacked it in using my frame gun. And the finished project is coming up. Let me know what you think in the comments. I found these mallard duck paint by numbers at an estate sale. I thought they were so pretty, but those silver frames were not doing them any favors. They actually look better on video than they do in person. So anyway, I decided to paint the frames. I had to remove the nails to get the art out, and I'm just pulling them out with a pair of needle nose pliers. I didn't record it, but since the frames had a slick surface, I took them outside and sprayed them with Rust-Oleum white primer. Then I got out my Debi's DIY paint in the color Farm Fresh and gave the frames 2 coats. I let the frames dry overnight, and you can see that Debi's DIY paint dries lighter than the actual color. Then when you add the clear coat, it darkens back similar to the color it is when it's wet. So I'm using Big Top Top Coat to seal my paint. Debi's DIY paint always needs a sealer. You can use a clear coat or a wax to seal the paint. I am assembling the frame back together, and the finished project is coming up.